Hey guys, it's Zemi. We're here in maybe possibly a new segment. Gonna try and see how this goes that I'm gonna call Old Man Rambles because I'm an opinionated old man and I have things I like to talk about that I don't necessarily want to put in a stream or don't always have the opportunity to. So I was thinking maybe I can just take these little simple games like Sims or Guild Wars or something and just kind of talk over them. So this is me in Sims. I'm an old man with a red mohawk because that's just who I am. No, I do not have a red mohawk in real life. So anyways, this one specifically, I want to talk about E3 that's going on right now. Obviously, that's a big point of that's a big thing of what's going on. They just finished all the Microsoft announcements and things. So I'm admittedly not a huge Xbox person, but there are a few things that I just kind of wanted to, in case people aren't following, just want, little updates kind of thing. So the big thing is, obviously, is that Xbox's new console was announced, which everyone thought was going to be called the Scorpio. Turns out it's going to be called the Xbox One X, which is the stupidest name. I mean, like, honestly, they could have named it almost anything else. So let's start a jam session. And so that's basically, it's going to be, a 4K gaming system, kind of like the PS4 Pro, more expensive, supposedly next gen of gaming. They come out with these every couple of years. That's not really that big to me. It's got a lot of really nice specs. If you can afford it, if you can afford the specs, if you can afford a 4K TV, it's got a lot of good meat to it. We'll say, I guess. I don't know. It's a good meaty system. But the big news about that I really kind of wanted to touch on that I think is awesome is that Microsoft is finally learning that they're dumbasses in a lot of ways, and that they have announced that it's going to be backwards compatible with Xbox One. I don't know if this means it'll be backwards compatible with Xbox 360 as well, or if it's just going to be backwards compatible with Xbox One games. But bringing back backwards compatible systems is a huge thing to me. I love them. I want them to become the norm. I thought they were going to be, and then they just got rid of it. PS4 got rid of it. Nintendo got rid of it with their systems. I don't like that, because really it's just, it's a dumb move. Go fish. But that's really exciting. They've already announced a bunch of the games that are going to be, released with it, compatible, versions from the Xbox One. But yeah, whatever. That's going to be released in November, just in time, of course, for the holidays. So, hey, if you got some rich relatives, you got a good Christmas gift, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you'll buy it for yourself. Who knows? Interesting stuff. Death Stranding got a new promotional image. They said specifically they're not going to be talking about Death Stranding at E3 this year. If you don't know, Death Stranding, basically when the Silent Hills PT thing came out, that was going to be the new scariest game ever type thing, Norman Reedus, blah, blah, blah. It was really, really cool. Admittedly, I loved it. It was awesome. It was scary. I really wanted it to be a real game. It wasn't. Or they canceled it. I don't exactly know what happened there. I doubt anyone does, except for the, close team of developers that they had at that time. Anyways, they're saying Death Stranding is going to be basically I don't know. Basically, Death Stranding is now considered to be what is taking the place of that game. Same developer team, which is the guy behind, Resident Evil, stuff like that. It's supposed to be very scary. I don't know anything about the game, except that there's promotional images of you with a bunch of, zombies on leashes that are, connected to your head, so you're, mind controlling the zombies, it seems like. I don't know. Gonna be a horror, spoopy game, so maybe interesting. But they said specifically it's not going to get any news on E3. But they did release a new promotional image, which is a very which is just basically a spiderweb with the title of the game, Death Stranding. Don't know what it means. Nobody knows what it means. But I'm thinking it could, it could kind of be a sort of choose your own type thing where it maybe has multiple outcomes. That kind of, to me, they've used spiderwebs to indicate those types of stories before. It could be something like that. It could just be that spiders are scary. Who knows? But still, so nothing new about that. Obviously, Life is Strange is getting a prequel game. That's probably going to be multiple systems and everything. Nothing major there. So that'll be interesting. I have had a couple friends tell me to play that I should play Life is Strange. I have not yet. I do fully intend to. I would love to, especially now with the prequel coming out. So maybe expect that from me at a later date. I don't really know for sure. It's time for you to go home, loser. So that's that. There is a trailer out. Its pre-orders are already open for the game, it looks like. And it looks like there's actually a trailer out already for it as well. So look into that if you're into Life is Strange. I imagine it'll be released on multiple consoles like the original was. Although, admittedly, I did not look that up because I'm a horrible, horrible gamer. Something interesting that I want to bring up is that Bethesda has a new IP. So a new game from them. It's called Starfield or Starfields. Don't really know too much about it. Lots of people expect it's going to be like a sci-fi equivalent of Fallout 4, which will be pretty cool. But I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, obviously. I mean, I like Fallout 4. It's a good game. There is a lot of open world exploration, which, if with Mass Effect I got a little frustrated with it, but that's not to say that it's going to be the same in every game I come to. But so yeah, not much is known about that, just that it's Bethesda, so expect lots of glitches, which is what I enjoy about Bethesda. I am sorry, it amuses me endlessly to look up Bethesda glitches. I swear half the time now they put them in intentionally because they know that's honestly how they're known in the gaming community, is they are the company of glitches. Alright, next, after that is another Bethesda thing. Hello. Do you mind not coming over in the middle of the night and screaming at my door? Like, there's gotta be better things for you to do. Anyways, the other news that has to do with Bethesda is The Evil Within has officially announced its sequel, The Evil Within 2. It's actually going to come out this year on October 13th. It's going to be multiple platforms, so PS4, Xbox One X, and PC. I have no idea if it's possibly going to be on the Xbox One as well. I feel like that's not something Microsoft usually... Well, it's got to be on the Xbox One, because it's coming out before the Xbox One X. Don't listen to me, I lie. I'm a filthy, dirty liar. But anyways, that's The Evil Within 2. I freaking loved the original Evil Within. It was awesome. It makes no sense at all. The story is so, random and weird, but I loved it. It came out kind of around the same time as Alien Isolation, so it was another horror game, but very, very combat-oriented. Very, very glitchy, of course, because of Bethesda. But it was an awesome game. I really loved it. I would love, love, love to play it on PC, the original. And so I might think about doing that, but if not, if I can do it, I will drop everything I can to play Evil Within 2, because I love the series, and I'm really, really excited about the sequel. It sounds like there is a trailer out for it. I'll hopefully try and link it in the description below. But it sounds like we're going to be saving Sebastian's daughter, Lily, which don't really know what happened to her from the original game. I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but she was not a major point of the original game. She was mentioned in past, journal, diary entries, as sort of the reason Sebastian became a hard-boiled cop type thing. And it was really, really cliche and terrible, and it was awesome. So it sounds like we're possibly going to be saving her. I believe it was something along the lines of she was kidnapped at a very young age, and her mom thought it was a whole big, huge conspiracy or something, but nobody actually knows if it was or not, because Mom was a little cuckoo by that point. So that's something new that's coming out from Bethesda. Again, October 13th. I am so excited. I want to play it really badly. Probably would prefer to get it on PC because I feel like the controls would work better that way, but that's just me. Next is, of course, I have to address this. BioWare has a new IP coming out. BioWare is, of course, the company behind Mass Effect series, Dragon Age, aka I love their games. Are you ever gonna wake up, loser? Okay. And would you guys get out of my freaking yard? What the hell are you doing? Anyways, BioWare has a new IP coming out, which a lot of people were kind of hoping it was not going to be a new IP, that it was just going to be a new Dragon Age game. It's too soon for a Dragon Age game. I'm just going to call that right now. Don't hold your breath about that. But this new game is going to be called Anthem, and it almost sounds like an MMO version of Mass Effect Andromeda a little bit. It's a 4-player co-op type game where you... Please wash your hands, you loser. Where you explore an open world. It looks... They've released a trailer. I don't think it's actual gameplay footage, so don't think about that. The thing is, a lot of people are getting hyped about how good it looks. Don't do that either, because that is why a lot of people got pissed at Mass Effect Andromeda, because they saw these trailers, which of course are always produced with the higher graphics. You don't play at those graphics, of course. People were pissed at Mass Effect Andromeda because you could not play at the graphics. What the hell is going on in my backyard here? So yeah, so the big elephant in the room, of course, with that is that supposedly facial graphics look great in the game. They look okay. You know, I'm not going to say they look bad or anything like that. They look better than Mass Effect Andromeda, but I'm not going to say that the game's going to have better facial graphics, movements and stuff like that, because, again, that's what they showed with Mass Effect Andromeda, and it didn't happen. That's why a lot of people are pissed at it. Doesn't bother me. I don't care. I like the funky facial animations because they amuse me. So let's see. Our sci-fi novel is going to be named Bob the Space Duck. Okay. So, it looks pretty cool, a lot of it actually looks like Mass Effect Andromeda in the fact that you're exploring this big landscape. You've got jetpacks that operate and make the same exact sound as they do in Mass Effect Andromeda. It's going to be, you got your guns, your fighting elements. But yeah, it's a 4-player co-op environment exploration type game, so very open world. I have no idea if there's a story yet, so it doesn't... I'm not super pumped about it, because I prefer the story in BioWare, and I mean, it sounds like it could be really cool if I have 4 other friends who play it. If you're playing it by yourself, I'm not sure if the appeal is going to be as good. That's the thing. So think about what you will. There's not a lot of information about it yet, but that's kind of what we have. So basically that's kind of, based on what Microsoft announced for E3 this year. That's kind of what my thoughts on it. If you have anything you want to say about these, you think I'm terribly, horribly wrong about Bethesda and they make beautiful games and perfect every time, let me know. And I will link you to so many videos of the opposite, but at the same time, I know a lot of people hate Bethesda for exactly that reason. For me, it amuses me more. But again, Sony, I believe, is starting today. Their new announcements for E3, their portion of E3 is starting today. I don't know how many days it's going to go for, possibly 3 again. So I may have another Sony video out. Wow, you're like really into the computer. I mean, you are me, so I guess that makes sense. So, but yeah, so I kind of want to do another one for Sony because I am a Sony girl at heart. I am a big PlayStation fan. That was always like my thing that I wanted when I was a kid. I had a Nintendo, I wanted a PlayStation. So I kind of go, I'm a big Sony person. I love my PlayStation 4, I love my PlayStation 3, I love my PlayStation 2, I love my Japanese PlayStation 2, and I love my PC now because I built my PC. But yeah, so I'm hoping, and maybe I can do these sorts of videos where I just talk nonsense and nobody cares, but this way I'm not interrupting a stream just to babble on endlessly. So, I kind of, let me know what you think about the series, if it's something that you actually kind of like the idea of, if you have any suggestions for me. Again, I always want more game suggestions, but this is my kind of way of also helping people to get to know me a little bit more, maybe. Kind of show where I'm coming from. If you did watch, thank you so much. Let me know if you're excited about any games, if you're following E3 or not at all. If you want any other, game updates, let me know. I'm active on Facebook and Tumblr. I will have those links down for you in the description. You can definitely hit me up either of those places. Talk to me. I'm cool with it. Please be my friend. I'm so lonely. And with that, we're actually going to end this here. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate you watching if you did. I should end this. Goodbye. I love you all. Goodbye. Kisses.